When your mom reads your text but doesn't reply.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kenzie and I'm one half of the sister duo. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about intermittent fasting. I cannot tell you how many questions I've gotten in the past few weeks since I've started this, whether I've been out on like a lunch date with a girlfriend, or I'm, visiting family, or I made a video last week, which was my interview video, and I mentioned just in passing that I intermittent fast. And just after that video was posted, I got a handful of people Instagram DMing me asking me like
what that's like, how long I've been doing it.
So I figured I'd go ahead and hop on because I do quite a few different things with what I eat and how I eat. So the first of them being intermittent fasting, which is what this video is about, and the second of those being transitioning into just being a vegetarian, which is really interesting. But that's besides the point. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see me actually carry out a day as someone who fasts intermittently, comment down below because I'd love to do kind of a day in my life. But yeah, I really hope that this video is pretty short. That's kind of on Maddie though, and so we'll see. But I'm going to tell you what the definition of intermittent fasting is. I don't know the exact definition. Background story, I did intermittent fast for about 3.5–4 months about a year ago, and I stopped because I had the wrong mindset going into it, so I truly felt like I was starving myself, and you should not feel like that. I returned to it just because my lifestyle really caters to it now, I guess is the best way to say it. Intermittent fasting involves eating patterns that cycle between periods of eating and non-eating. So I guess I did know the definition. What does that mean? People have different ratios. My ratio is a 16:8 ratio, so 16 hours not eating, 8 hours eating. For many of you, you're probably like,
what the heck does that mean?
For me, I eat between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m. A lot of people though, if they intermittent fast, typically do 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I'm just not a morning person, especially as a teacher. This hits my lifestyle right on the nose, but I would rather be eating lunch through to late dinner because I'm a late night snacker than eating breakfast to only 6 p.m. because I do get cravings around 7 o'clock at night, and you just do this every single day. I still get up really early in the morning to keep my body on the same sleep cycle. Guys, if you haven't seen it already, I've already said that like 3 times. I get up in the morning, I still get up really early so that way I can keep my body in the right frame. What am I saying? I still get up really early in the summer just to keep my body on the right cycle for sleeping, but I am still up really early in the morning, but I'm still not eating until around noon, if not after, because of how my body is so acclimated to this diet. I actually don't really eat until 1 p.m., but I still don't change when I finish eating, if that makes sense. So just because I start eating at 1 doesn't mean I shift it to 9, because then you're not staying on the same period every single day. Hey you guys, hopefully Madison can edit this in. Obviously you can tell my hair's dried a little bit, but I walked away after filming this and I was like, wait, I didn't explain like what my 12 to 8 looks like. As soon as I get up around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I will go downstairs if I haven't already brought one up and get a glass of water and just drink the whole thing. Kind of chill out, like wake up, check my Instagram, stuff like that. Every hour after that, I will drink almost a water bottle's worth, so almost 16 ounces. Around 10:30, 11 o'clock, I will start to get the growls in my stomach, and that is not because I'm hungry. I'm either not taking in enough water or my stomach is thinking about what I'm going to eat. So when I do get kind of like crazy, I want to eat right now at 10:30 or 11 o'clock, I drink more water. I try to get moving and motivated because if I sit around, I will want to snack. Once noon hits, most of the time, recently specifically, I have not been eating just because I'm actually not hungry. But between 12 and 1, most of the time closer to 1, I will pull out my salad. After that, I'm truly not hungry until around 4:30 or 5 o'clock, or in this case, probably not until 6:30 or 7 o'clock. I will get out something else to eat, which is currently vegetarian. And if I feel hungry in between lunch and dinner, the only thing that I eat that's processed are Cheez-Its. If I'm feeling a dessert, because I get a really bad sweet tooth at night around 7:30. I always hit it right at the end, but like 7:30, 7:45, I'll shove a brownie in my mouth. I really don't eat that much, and because I don't eat that much and I know that my body isn't hungry within the 12 to 8 that much, it's just really, it just wants a salad and then it just wants some sort of proteiny mushroom thing. I love mushrooms, like I'm addicted, but because of that I add more dressing to my salad because I can afford those calories, if that makes sense. And then when I'm making my, I have like a specific recipe I like, but when I'm making my mushroom and onion balsamic thing, I'll add more potatoes because I know that I can afford the potatoes. I hope that that answers any questions in terms of like what I do. And then after 8 o'clock, I try to drink 2 more glasses of water or one of these things before I go to bed. And I get in the bed around 11 o'clock. I don't really fall asleep until 1, but that's just me. So again, I hope that kind of lays out my day for you. So that's it. Disclaimer, I'm gonna go into this a little bit more in detail, but I don't count calories, I don't starve myself, and I'm not hungry all the time. So if you are concerned about that, or if you are currently intermittent fasting and that is what you're dealing with, keep watching, because that's where I was at about a year ago and I was miserable. So I'm not miserable. I do not hate my life every day when I get up. In fact, it's helped me mentally, emotionally, physically. I've seen results in all 3 of those realms, so I hope that you do too. There's a lot of research backing intermittent fasting, but there's some research that still calls it a trend. A lot of bodybuilders, I've had a couple of nutritionists that really back it, but just like with every other trend, guys, you're gonna have people that back it and don't back it, and intermittent fasting has lasted for a very long period of time.
Why do you fast?
Fasting helps your digestive system get on track. It also boosts your metabolism. It has a lot of physical benefits, but also mentally. I've always struggled with self-control, and especially with my diet. So binge eating and then starving myself and then just very unhealthy habits with eating. Not to any extreme. I never had terrible experiences, but I did get into this phase where I would just eat everything all at once because I had deprived myself for so long.
And that's not the way to go.
That's not what fasting is. Fasting is getting your body on a certain schedule so that way it knows when it's going to eat and how it's going to eat.
Do I count calories?
I don't have the time for that.
However, because of my previous issues with like just depriving myself and then going straight into it, I am aware of what I'm putting into my body. Intermittent fasting doesn't require you to count your calories. I'm eating between maybe 1,400 to 1,600. Honestly, that's kind of a stretch too. I think it's closer to no more than 1,500 a day. If you're intermittent fasting now, or if you've ever fasted before, you're probably like,
okay, Mackenzie, I know that your stomach rumbles and you are hungry.
The feeling of hunger and actually being hungry are 2 completely different things. Our bodies can actually go a very long time without eating. Many people do 3-day fast, 7-day fast where they only drink water, they actually don't eat anything, and you are perfectly fine. Check those fasts out as well. Those are things that you only do every so many months. You don't do it all the time, but people do that. So you will get that urge to eat when you first get up in the morning. So what I do and what you're supposed to do is drink a certain number of ounces per day. I drink about a normal glass of water every hour. Yeah. This is about every 2-ish hours, and this is what keeps me full. If you've had a full glass or 2 of water and you're still genuinely hungry, that's hunger. That's what you're looking for. That's how I stay full when I'm not eating. You just have to really figure out what is going to motivate you to drink all that water when you are fasting, and also when you are not fasting because you don't want to eat too much.
Why do you fast?
It's not as much about losing weight as just getting my body in a healthy place. I've just really torn it down in recent years that I want to make sure it's in its healthiest of places when I start teaching. It works for me, it makes me happy, it is great for my body, and I'm seeing benefits not just physically but mentally and emotionally. Lastly, what should you do to start? First, I suggest that you check out the links below that kind of inform you about intermittent fasting a little more. Go into it not with the first mindset that I had, which was,
I'm just doing this to lose weight, and that's it.
Make sure you have a game plan. Make sure you understand why you're doing it. And also just make sure it fits your lifestyle, because it may not, and that's totally okay. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. hit that subscribe button so you know when we post. It's every Wednesday and Friday. Also hit that notification bell so you get those notifications. We'd love for you to join the family. Also follow me on my Instagram. I post my meals almost daily because I feel like people enjoy looking at my food. Until next week, bye. My mom's home, which means Maddie's home.